Jonathan, delivered hot off the press to you by me, Daisy Maskell. And joining me this week as my expert correspondent is Sophie Garrad. Hello.
Hi, thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
You've got
you
a
for
really
being
good
here.
news reporter voice there.
Yeah, it's feeling very, very newsy today.
Yeah, that was really good. I like that.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Busy. I've had a busy weekend.
Wait, are you getting married?
I'm getting married, yeah.
This is so exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting, but I feel like I'm like permanently on a diet and gaining weight.
So take me into the stage that you're at with like the wedding planning. When is the wedding?
It's 2 months' time. So
Oh shit.
Yeah,
So it's crunch time.
It's like, come on now, do the juice diet.
So how are you in terms of like type A, type B, type C brides? Where do you fit into this?
I think that's such a good question because I would say in general in life, I'm type A, but with the wedding, I don't know what's happened to me. I've become type B.
Okay, so what is like? How is this manifesting in the wedding preparations?
I think it's because my boyfriend has an opinion on everything, and I just didn't expect that. And so instead of it me being like, I'm just going to take over and do everything that I would like, I'm having to consult him on everything, even like down to like what candles we have. I'm like, what? You shouldn't know that. He even came home and he's like, I'm going to download Pinterest, and I thought, no, that's a step too far. That's not for you.
That is hilarious. Yeah, it's so funny with guys where there is like they don't care about anything, and then there's a line.
Like, sorry, what do you know about candles? It is crazy. Like, honestly, like every little detail. So I've just really stepped back and been like, I just don't care anymore.
Get on with it.
Yeah.
How did the wedding dress shopping go?
Do you know what? It was really good. I was meant to be so strict last week. I was like, just be healthy, just for 1 week. And then on Sunday night, we ended up going out for like Mexican. I had like 8 margaritas, so many tacos. And I thought, of all the times to do it. But actually it went really well. I was like really worried when I saw my dress that I'd be like, I changed my mind. But I saw it and I was like, yeah, wow, I'm gorgeous.
But I'm actually just hungover.
Yeah. Even hungover, I'm stunning.
Oh my God, that's so exciting.
Yeah, so it should be good.
What an exciting time. Jesus Christ, so busy. Tour, wedding,
Yes.
It's all going on.
It's all going on.
Sophie, what do you have on your docket for me this week?
This week, my
Yes.
docket is, I feel like these TikTok rabbit holes I'm obsessed with.
Tell me about a TikTok rabbit hole,
Okay,
because I've got so many on my algorithm, but I want to know what TikTok rabbit holes you've been serving.
Yeah,
Been served.
Yes, because it's always, I find it like you really feel like you're in a community but on your own, like no one in your world would know about this. And then you see some other like TikTokers and then doing sketches on it. I'm like, oh my God, like everyone knows this. So it's about this bad improv group. And I'm sorry to call them a bad improv group because I don't think they think they're a bad improv group.
Oh no, okay.
They're an improv group and they're just so awkward and it's so like funny and endearing and cute.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I just can't stop watching it.
Okay, so is it like, just take me into, I haven't seen this yet, but
Yeah,
it's
you'll
got
see it soon,
it's got a bit of a fan following.
Yeah.
Bless them. So do they think they're just doing really well and they're getting great engagement because of how amazing they are?
I think so. And this is why I always think about
Bless
TikTok.
their
You know, when you
hearts.
see yourself go viral, I
Yeah.
think, do they think it's because people are like, I love this? Or I feel like TikTok is so good for like, you're fascinated by other people's lives. And this is that.
That is, so what is it, do you think, that is drawing people to them in particular?
Well, it's like watching the dynamics between them because they all stand there. There's like 6 of them. They stand there really like awkwardly on the side, and then they all have to. They choose a subject like going to the office, and then they all have to step in and do a bit.
Oh God!
And it's the way they step in, and they all say something that just it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, and it's not funny. And then there's always one guy that they all clearly like really want to impress, and so whenever he says something, they're all like laughing so much, and it's actually really cute. And then another guy who's always trying to impress him steps in, and everyone just doesn't say anything or laugh. No one laughs, and I just think I'm addicted to it.
That is.
Yeah.
Do you know what the thing? So I haven't seen this yet. I'm sure I'm going to get served this imminently, and I'm just going to fall into this world and just be obsessed. The thing that I'm a little bit obsessed with are those singing groups where they all like sit on a step and you've got to guess like who it is that's actually singing.
Oh yeah, I love
those videos.
Yeah, I love those videos. I can never guess.
I can never guess.
Also, they never tell you. You ever see these videos like, oh wait, and I'm like, no, can you just actually do a follow-up because I would like to know.
I know.
It's so annoying. Yeah.
They really get you. That's so fun. Would you ever do an improv class? Have you ever done an improv class?
Because obviously I do stand up. I think it would be really good for me to do an improv class.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do it. I went and did there's like the Free Association, they do an improv night, and I was like a guest on it. And they asked me questions, and then they did improv around me. And they were like, you can join in if you'd like. And I was like, I'm just going to watch, actually. But I love watching it.
Yeah.
It is, when it's good, it's really impressive.
Yeah. I think
it's bad, it's also really fun.
It gives you such, I think, great just conversational skills, right?
I think so.
I feel like you could never be awkward around anyone ever again if you just went on an improv course.
You haven't seen this group on TikTok.
Right, okay. Okay.
But I agree. I think it would be so good for life skills. Don't know if it works like that.
Okay, fine. That's a really good one. We love a TikTok rabbit hole. Oh my God. Okay, Sophie, I've got something for you. I'm going to bring you into my algorithm now, okay? This is what I was served on TikTok this week. And this was a girl that's asking for some advice. So I'll read out a little bit of a transcript of what she was saying. So it's advice on meeting the parents.
Yeah.
So she said, I've been dating around for over the past few years because she's just got out of a 7-year relationship and she'd been traveling for a little while, and when she got home she booked a full sexual health checkup at a private clinic because she wanted to be responsible, and it included a gynaecological exam.
Gynaecological,
A gynaecological exam. There's so many C's in there, Jesus Christ. Which was all very standard and professional. A little while later, she met her current boyfriend and things have been going really well. They've been seeing each other for around 9 months now, and they're actually considering moving in together soon. So they're taking the relationship to the next stage. Recently, they were looking at some family photos and he pointed out his dad. And the second she saw him, she knew that was the doctor who did her exam and also prescribed her some treatment for something that she brought home from an unwanted souvenir from her 3-week trip in Bali. So she can't shake off this uncomfortable feeling. She obviously knows that like she's done nothing wrong and she was just being responsible. She was also single at the time and he was just doing his job. But she now doesn't know when she goes to meet his parents if the dad's going to recognise her, and she doesn't know whether to tell her current boyfriend about the situation that her dad had performed this exam and prescribed her some medication to get rid of something unwanted, or whether she should just like skim over it, or does she tell the dad, like reference that they'd met each other but not tell anyone else? Like, what are we doing? What are we advising for this girl in this situation?
I did not know where that story was going. I didn't think it was going there. I was not prepared. I also think, you know what, it'd be rude to go to Bali and not like get chlamydia or something. Right. Having a good time. My actual thought, and I don't think I'd feel like this, but like realistically, he's seeing so many people, I don't think he's going to remember her. Mm-hmm. However, I would have to just never speak to that boyfriend again.
We're done.
We would be so done. I could never get past that.
Are we going to make up a fake scenario as to like why we're leaving him? Or are we just doing like a, what is it called? Like a moonlight, like dipped overnight?
Dipped, oh, is that a new thing?
I like you're packing up your shit and you're gone, never to be seen again.
They've been together for 9 months and they're moving in.
They're about to move in together.
That's quite soon though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's a few red flags there.
Bit of a whistle stop door, isn't it, the story?
There's a few other issues. Would I tell the boyfriend? I think if she told the boyfriend, I feel like most boys don't care about STIs.
Mm-hmm. But do you care that your dad has been up in your girlfriend?
So he's looked.
He's done the full exam and he's then identified that maybe she needs a bit of treatment and prescribed, because obviously she's had to go into like her full sexual history and she's been saying that, you know, she just got out of a long-term relationship. She's been dating around a lot, and that's the reason why she maybe have picked up something.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it does happen. Do you think the boyfriend's going to care about
his
dad knowing this information?
So my boyfriend's dad's a doctor and I'm trying to think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fascinating. Is he just like a GP?
I'm really lucky he's a plastic surgeon. So yeah.
Sorry, that's the jackpot. Are you kidding me?
The jackpot is so good. I've recently getting like Botox, laser on my face.
My God.
Not by him, but by his friends. But he will obviously recommend me things. And
that's
if I ever
fantastic.
have any issues, I ask him. But I don't know if I could survive if he'd seen my vagina.
Okay. Is he sorry, we're going on a bit of a sidestep here, but is he the type of plastic surgeon that like you'll be sitting across the table from a nice roast dinner and will he point something out, or he's really great and doesn't give unsolicited advice?
I wish he would do that, because I all I want to talk about is plastic surgery. I have to ask him like millions of questions about laser and stuff. Like, what else could I get? Like he talks me out of getting things, and I think, come on, let's encourage this behaviour. Yeah. But yeah, I think. But from knowing him and the way that doctors view things, I don't think they just see a vagina as like a body part. Mm-hmm. So they're not weird about it. But I think the boyfriend would be weird about it.
I'm trying to think what I do in this situation. I so agree. I am someone that if you work in beauty or you work in a medical field and you ask me to take my clothes off, like I'm stark naked, like I don't care. Like I have no shame.
Yeah,
like,
that's so true.
It's so weird. And maybe it's a testament to people in these fields making you feel at ease. There are probably people that in these fields that still make you feel a bit uncomfortable. But I feel like for the most part, doctors and beauticians, they don't remember and they don't care.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know, maybe it is weirder to say something to the dad but not say something to anyone else. Like you've got this really weird inside joke. Like maybe we just be open about it. And
you either have to tell the boyfriend or you dump the boyfriend. I think you've only got two options.
And also like he's also a gynaecologist, like the dad. So surely like there's like an openness in your family that your dad would be doing this line of work. And so like it's not going to be crazy that...
I think so. And I think if she told the boyfriend, I feel like it could become a running joke, and which I'd rather it be. I'd rather it be like, let's get this out in the open. Your dad's seen my vagina. That would be a great comedy show. Like she should go into stand up.
That would be absolutely insane. So yeah, I mean, depending on like how open it seems like the family is about the dad's job, maybe just like bring it up as a nice icebreaker. If not, dump the boyfriend.
That's the icebreaker.
Just get it out. Just get it out in the open. Jesus Christ. Okay, I have another one. I'm sorry. I'm so obsessed with the fact that your father-in-law,
it's so good, isn't
is a plastic surgeon. It's iconic. That is absolutely iconic.
Living the dream.
I also saw this on my For You page this week as well. A bit of do you like a bit of history?
No. But go for it. Let's do it.
What, are you more of like a geography girl or a history girl?
I love how I had to be one of those. That's so funny.
You're boxed in. Women can be one of two things. We don't have any more choice. I'm putting you in a box, Sophie.
And you know what? No one's ever asked me that, and I feel really like touched that someone's taken the moment.
But like you've got to pick one humanity, right?
You do. And at school, I chose history. Wrong one.
Oh, really?
I actually hate history.
Yeah.
I find it just like, I just want to know the actual, I should like it because it is gossip, but I feel like you never really know. Mm-hmm. I'd have to say I'd probably be geography because I like going on holiday.
Yeah.
That would be it.
Yeah, I was a geography girl, but I do like a bit of history as well. And it is like gossip. It's like being able to like shamelessly gossip about people that like are never gonna...
That's actually really
It's
true.
Never going to get back to them. Like you can just bitch all you like to your heart's content.
Like, rephrase it like that to girls when they're at school because I'd be interested then.
Yeah.
Instead of calling it history, it's called gossip.
Do you have like an era of history that you're into though?
I find sometimes when people talk about Henry VIII's wives, I find that interesting.
Yeah.
I just don't really know much about history. I think that's what I just like blacked out in school. I was like, this isn't for me.
This is very top line.
Okay, no, but I'm so interested for the podcast. I'm so interested now.
This is very top line history. This is like horrible histories level.
Okay,
like,
I love horrible histories.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want your thoughts on this. So this week I found out that Victorians used to host fake funerals for entertainment.
No, I love that.
It's just so a bit of fun.
That's
so
so
people would
cool.
fake their death, hold a full funeral procession, and then they would actually invite guests to mourn and just pop out and be like, just kidding.
That's iconic.
And it was seen as a type of performance art.
That is a performance
back
art.
in the Victorian time. So we're into this.
I'm so I want to do that. I might do that.
I'm into this level of attention seeking as well.
Yeah.
Like how fun is that?
That's literally, so you know when girls do like their 30th birthday, they do like a funeral party. It's like that, but on steroids. I'm obsessed.
So when I read this, I was like, this is really interesting and I guess this relates to the era that you're in as well at the moment. You know, people say that you don't really find out truly like who your friends and family are until you have a wedding.
Yeah.
This feels like a similar sort of vibe. Like, do you really know your friends and family until your funeral? But unfortunately, we would never ordinarily get to see that.
That's so
but in this scenario, you would.
Also, do you think it's like these women are doing it? And I hate to put it about the male gaze, but do you think it's like, you know, the original, when a man, you like turn your phone on airplane mode now so a man thinks you're dead? That's what I used to do when I was dating. And they never thought I was dead. I'd just go 24 hours, phone off, and then I'd be like, well, what's happened to her? She's been hit by a car. And then you see if they're interested. And maybe that's the OG.
Yeah.
Like they're just seeing if they're interested and they turn up at the funeral.
How much did
I'm
you...
actually alive. It's fine. We can get back together.
How much did you... Yeah. Did you really care? There's something so fabulous about Victorians. I mean, Henry VIII is the era that I like as well. I would say second to that is Victorians.
Yeah.
And there is just something so hilarious about what they would view as like a form of entertainment. Like their parties were insane, like for this being a form of entertainment to them. They also used to do those mummy parties. Did you hear about that?
No.
So the Victorian era was really big into Egypt. Like that's when we were first discovering like the pyramids and like what was inside them. So they used to go inside these pyramids and they would like take the mummies and they would host parties where they would like lay the mummy out and they would eat them.
What?
And they would do that as like a form of entertainment.
That's insane. I can't get behind that one.
How insane is that? Like that's so
I feel like we're
fucking
not
wild.
having parties the way they used to have parties.
Hello,
like it's
like
the Met Gala, and I'm like, even that just isn't. It doesn't sound as fun as those.
imagine a Victorian gender reveal.
Can you imagine? That'd be so good.
Did you have any realizations as you've been planning this wedding of yours about like friends and family or really?
Oh my! I mean, I feel like families are insane at the best of times,
Yep.
but weddings make families crazy.
Yep.
I think that's why I've been like, let's just be chill about this because I can't take the drama.
So is everyone else being quite a little bit dramatic around you?
Fortunately, this one, it's been fine. My brother got married last summer and everyone was insane. And so I just learned from that and I thought, oh, I don't want to do that. So it's actually been okay. And I've just really been, I think everyone's getting annoyed at me because I've given such limited information. Haven't done invites, nothing. I'm like, here's a WhatsApp message. Here's the party.
Is it it's UK?
Yeah, UK.
Yeah. So we're not just springing
We're not doing
I need you to be in X, Y, Z here.
Yeah. You spend
next
£1 million.
Yeah, the destination wedding is an interesting debate. Have you been to any yet?
I've been to a lot.
Have you?
That sounds
Okay.
so braggy. I've been to a lot. Actually.
I haven't.
Yeah. I've been busy.
No one's getting married around me.
Yeah, that's
no,
really nice.
but I
That's
think
really
it's gonna like all come at once, and then
and then it's just all your holidays.
Yeah.
The thing is with a destination wedding, I have quite strong opinions on this, and I feel bad because a lot of my friends have had destination weddings, and they've been incredible, great time. But I always feel like they're like, oh, it's so much cheaper to get married abroad. I'm like, yeah, because everyone else has to pay the
for
cost.
you.
Yeah, we have to pay £1,000, and then so I feel like it's I just always. I've made such a fuss about it. I could never have an abroad wedding now.
It's so funny. I keep seeing people talking about dressing for a black tie wedding, but it not being a black tie experience.
I've not seen that.
Oh my god, it's like a really nasty comeback.
Way.
Yeah, because obviously like black tie weddings have become such a thing now, and there are like rules and regulations as to what you can wear for a black tie wedding, and so I think the comeback to that now is like, well, if you're not going to provide a black tie experience, why am I going out buying a dress that is fitting of a black tie dress code?
Yeah, that's so true, because it is literally, that's, oh my God, I love
so
that.
It's like, I guess you could kind of apply the same rule to a destination wedding, like unless you are a destination, like why am I spending money to
money? And also the thing with destination wedding is I feel like you have to then make it a 3-day. So it's always like the first night, and then the wedding, and then the next day is like a pool party. But the thing is, because it's not all your friends, it feels like a networking event.
It does.
Sorry guys. Like the first night is like, right, we better go do the drinks, and like, so I'm quite anti.
Yeah, the obligatory the weekend work trip away.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Because I think it's different if it's like, if one of my best friends gets married abroad, I'm like, amazing, because I'll know everyone. But when it's like someone you know, and you know like maybe 3 or 4 people there, it's like, oh wow, I've got to work this weekend.
And you get stuck into there's always like, because a lot of people now are doing like organised fun for the cocktail hour, which is very work trip. Team building.
They love a team building. And also it's like with these tables, they're like, what we're going to do is, all these people at this wedding, we're not going to put you with them. We're actually going to...
Why do people do that?
We're going to do you make friends. I don't want to make friends at your wedding, actually. I just want to have a nice time and go home.
It's so funny because in every scenario that I've ever been in where someone has been like, we're going to shuffle the group, or we're going to shuffle round here.
Everyone's
like,
in hell.
Who has ever thought that was the best part of the night? Like, literally. Who's ever wanted that?
And the worst thing is you're looking at your friends being like, oh my God, you see them laugh, you think I'm actually being tortured. It's horrible. And the meal lasts like 3 hours. I'm like, please put me out of my misery. I can't wait to get married though.
Whoever. So there is I've done this before where it's like you shuffle round for each course.
Oh, at a wedding. No.
So it's like, and then there's this really awkward scenario where like, it's like, do I take my knives and forks? Like, not only am I shuffling around, I'm now sitting opposite like a filthy glass, that's not mine. That's not mine.
Insane.
Yeah.
That's speed dating.
Yeah, like speed dating. So it's like a full shuffle round.
Guys, like I just need people to stop.
Yeah.
I just need it to stop.
Yeah, that's really
I've never
funny.
heard that. That's amazing.
Yeah. God. So back to Victorian funerals.
Yes.
We're into this though. Like we're very into that.
Yeah. I'm writing a new show at the moment, which is called a period drama, which is actually I've been looking up a lot of things about the Victorians for that. It's
Stop
not about
it.
that. But yes.
So what have you found in your research?
No, it was just about how to look in the poster.
Okay. It was for the stylist.
It was for the stylist. That was the only research I did. Yeah.
And what have we come up with?
It's like a very Marie Antoinette vibe.
Oh,
like
stunning.
corset, big hair.
Love it.
Yeah, I love the poster so much.
Stunning.
It's really cool.
I love that. So like take me into the name. What is the inspiration behind the name?
It's called a period drama because essentially it's all about periods.
Yeah.
But I know that's very cliche for women in comedy to talk about their periods, but I basically, before Christmas last year, had a very dramatic 48 hours in hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to find out if I had this operation to see if I had endometriosis, which you can only diagnose via an operation.
Yep.
And I've been on the wait list for like ages, and I was so excited to find out if I had it. I'd had so many doctors be like, you don't have it, you're fine. And then I'm waiting to go down to surgery, and just so many funny things happened. Like, first of all, the anaesthetist comes in, and she was obviously like my videos online, and she was like, oh my God, I was like hoping it was going to be you. She's like, I'm a huge fan of your work. I was like, okay, I hope I'm going to be a fan of yours. Like, yeah.
It's also so much pressure. Like, do I need to perform to you right now?
I was like, I need to
like,
perform.
I need to be funny as you're literally knocking me out.
Yeah, literally. I was like, let's go, get my jokes on. And that was like the first encounter. And then next thing I know, the nurse and the surgeon was so hot. Honestly, I was like, I'm having
like cliche hot?
No, like more than cliche.
Oh God. Okay, so like
you shouldn't be a gynaecologist. Gynaecologist.
we're back there.
if you're that hot, because I was like, I need to go and do some
Really?
Pilates. I felt stressed
Because you never know. It's like, because with doctors, like, it's like, are you doctor hot or are you like, you're like real world hot?
He was real world hot. I hope he was gay. That's what I'm telling myself.
Okay.
I think. And then he was like really nice, and then the nurse and then the surgeon and the anaesthetist all around the corner like smiling at me, and they were like holding my pot of wee, and I was just like, everyone here is obsessed with me. And they were like, so if we're not going to be doing surgery today, you're pregnant. Yeah,
oh
crazy.
My God.
Obviously the anaesthetist is there and I'm trying to perform still, and I literally burst into tears, and I was like crying. I was like, I can't be a teen mum. That is insane.
Oh my God. Sorry,
insane.
this is the most insane, like
insane.
I can see why you've turned this into a show.
Yeah, right. And at the moment, I was like, this is going to be so good for Edinburgh. They're going to love it.
Oh my God.
The Fringe are going to eat this shit up. And also, I'm getting married in 6 months. Like, I was like, I've got to look good on my wedding day. Like, crazy. And then they were so sweet to me, but they were all a bit confused. I think basically, because when you have endometriosis, it really affects your fertility.
Yeah.
And so I think they were like buzzing for me, being like, this is so great. And I was like, it is great, but also it's really bad timing.
Yeah.
And so they were like, and also I was on day 16 of my period, which is very normal for me, but I didn't realize, and I was really ill as well those last couple of months.
God.
I didn't realize I was pregnant. And then they were like walking me down to the pregnancy unit, and they were like, "Why are you crying?" And I was like, I can't really afford a baby right
Hello,
now.
like
quite expensive, yeah. And she was like, you know, I had my baby on my own. It was the best thing that ever happened to me, and I have this gorgeous daughter. And I just thought, knowing my luck, I'd get one of those boy ones. Like,
yeah.
Can you imagine? Yeah. Can you imagine ruining my wedding day for a boy?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then it turns out I was like, I was having an ectopic pregnancy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, which is essentially where the baby grows in the fallopian tube. And even then in my head, I was like, this is going to be a good show. Like, people are going to go nuts for this. And then they were like, you have to do emergency surgery.
Is this is all still happening?
This has been like a space of like 2 hours by this point. Yeah, mental. And then they were like, okay, we're going to have to do emergency surgery anyway because it's quite far along. And then I was just like, they thought at the time that it was because I'd taken the morning after pill, which I didn't realise can cause ectopic pregnancies. Because like 2 months before I decided to have sex with my boyfriend, which is very unlike me, I will say, and I won't be doing that again. Cost me an organ. But actually it wasn't the morning after pill in the end. It was because where I have endometriosis, it really like, when you have endometriosis, you might know this, but basically you have cells similar to those in the womb grow outside the womb, and every single month when you bleed, those cells bleed, but the blood has nowhere to go. So that's really painful. Your body tries to heal it, and it tries to heal it with scar tissue. And scar tissue, which I didn't realize is really sticky, and that causes like organ damage and then organ failure. And there's so much else with endometriosis. It's really complex. But essentially my left fallopian tube had been like stuck to one of my other organs.
Oh my God.
And that caused it. But I was lucky because they were so nice to me in hospital. They were like, when we're there, we're going to look and see if you have endometriosis so you don't have to waste coming back again.
Yeah.
So that was the cause of it. And so that's basically the show. I'm doing all on that. The show, it doesn't sound like it should be funny, but it is really funny. It's my proudest thing I've ever done yet.
And it's just to reiterate, it's called period drama.
It's called a period drama.
This is a period drama. If I've ever heard one.
Yeah, it was mental.
My God.
Just so, you know, and like, I feel like when things are traumatic, so many funny things happened. Like everyone in the hospital, just so many funny things were said. And I was like, this is amazing.
It's just one thing after another. It's like one of those shows, like, you know, it's like Punked. No, that's what it's like. This is Punked.
Joan, when I was like, Punked in Ashton Kutcher.
This is Punked, yeah.
When I was on the operating table, by this point it was a different anaesthetist, and I was like crying, and he was trying to distract me, and he was like, "What would you be doing right now?" And I thought, I need him to know I'm a local celebrity. So I was like, I don't know, probably doing a brand deal or like filming a TikTok or doing stand-up.
Walking a red carpet, I don't know.
Probably at Met Gala, actually. It was 8 a.m. It was 8 a.m. on a Monday. And he was then like, oh, I do stand-up comedy. And I thought, I'd rather you didn't, actually, of all the things. And then actually, he was like, right, I'm going to give you, he was training up this girl. She looked so young and she was so sweet. And he was giving me like the anaesthetic, and he was like, you got a question?
Amongst this, you also have someone that's training as well.
And I'm like, she might follow me on social media. So, and she's about, honestly, there's so many traumatic things that happened. She was then like, he was giving me the anaesthetic, and he was like, it's going to feel like you've had 3 double G&Ts. I was like, can I check you're using slimline tonic? Got some baby weight to lose. And then as I'm going under, she was like, oh, I do improv. And I thought,
no, this is not right.
I literally was like, I'm being punked. Like, this has to be a wind up.
This is not right.
Yeah,
this is like that. What is it called? That show, Jury Duty?
Yeah,
where like everyone's like, there's that one guy, he thinks he's a part of a jury, but everyone around him are comedians, and it's like all of these things are going wrong, and he just thinks he's part of like a standard jury. This is real life. He's the only person that like obviously doesn't know that this is all like a big piss take, and just basically like a series of crazy things keep happening.
Amazing. That felt like that.
This is insane.
Oh my God, I need to watch that.
You're going to see yourself on Channel 4 in summer.
Okay. And my arsehole and vagina on full display. Because when you have this operation, I didn't know this. I might have to see this man around the stand-up circuit. Basically, as soon as you're under, what they do is they like take your pants off, they flip you so your head's towards the floor.
Oh my God!
Ceiling. Yes, you're like upside down,
like on a what are they called, like inversion tables or something?
Exactly. And then they spread your legs, and you're like that. Your legs are then put in stirrups for hours. And I was like, sorry. Like, I would have got my arsehole waxed if I'd known.
Like a little rotisserie chicken.
Like a little chicken. Like a little... Which is what,
honey.
if you ever get a wax, that's what they say. They say, go like a chicken.
Do you know what? Oh, God, this is absolutely humiliating. I'm not very loyal with a beautician. Like, I'll just go on, like, Treat Well, and if there's, like, they do those, like, off-peak discounts, I'm like, I'll take it. That's why so many people have seen me naked, because I just get naked for anyone. I don't care. Yeah. So I had been to, actually, a beautician for, like, I want to say a couple of years. We had a good thing going on, and then I changed area, and she kind of had her standard practice of how she did wax. Yeah. And I was very used to it, so I knew what I was going in for. And then I went to this other one that I found on Treatwell for a discount, and I was just assuming that they would be following like the standard procedure of my own beautician, so they'd like finish the wax, but I didn't know that yet. So I turned over and like spread my butt cheeks, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like,
without even being told, it's like, guys,
without being told, like, no, that's not part of this. That's not part of my service. So I'm literally just like have turned over. Like, you know, you have to do that really awkward like flip over where like
it's horrible.
The toilet the paper's like stuck to you because you've been sweating into it. So I've like turned over. They've like turned away to like, I don't know, assuming that I'm just getting changed, and I'm literally turned back around and I'm literally laying on my stomach with my arse cheeks, me holding my arse cheeks spread open for them to wax my butthole.
That's amazing.
Humiliating.
I'm obsessed Yes.
It's humiliating. I don't know how we got onto this.
There is something so humiliating about getting a wax anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't go back again.
No, I didn't. No, that was a one-time offer.
No, remember that weird girl we had come in? Yeah.
But yeah, Jesus Christ, like there is just a different. Yeah, the inversion table is I didn't know they had one of those.
Isn't that great? But
fantastic. Well, this is going to be the most fabulous show ever.
I hope so, yeah.
Oh my God, like I'm so there. When is this kicking off?
I'm doing it in Edinburgh for the whole of Fringe.
Amazing.
Which is August, and then I'm going to do a few work in progresses and then hopefully tour it afterwards. So,
it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, it's
going to be an absolute blast.
I laugh a minute, gals.
I love it. Thank you so much for being here, Sophie. This has been so great, and good luck. I feel like you've got so many things coming up.
Yeah,
we have the tour, we have Edinburgh, we have the wedding.
Yes, and then it's a break, and then it's like a holiday,
and then a holiday.
Yeah, hopefully.
Get yourself somewhere warm, somewhere hot.
100%.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.